All right, moving on to the weekly rant. Oh, man. This one, I'll tell you. So, this happened to me. It happens quite a bit, but it happened to me just this week, just in the past couple days. And I can't get around, we've hit a point where smoking cigarettes is so taboo. It's like you're gross if you smoke cigarettes. And that's what you think. That's what you see. And when you talk to your friends, people are like, people still smoke cigarettes? And it's like, yeah, people still smoke cigarettes. However, I found when I'm out and about in the world, that's not the case. There's still definitely smokers out there. Particularly here in Highland Park, California. I literally have neighbors that smoke on either side of my house. Smoke real cigarettes. Yes, granted, I've talked about how I still use a vape. I don't smoke around people. I go and I smoke on my porch, Also doesn't smell, and it's definitely less harmful from a secondhand standpoint. However, real cigarettes, the ones that burn CO2, the actual fire and tobacco and all that good stuff, they're still around. And I'm not going to sit here. I used to be a smoker. I think smoking's great. It's fun. It feels nice. I enjoy smoking. The thing is, it's bad for you, and it smells bad. These are the reasons I stopped smoking real cigarettes. Occasionally you will catch me having a real one. However, I've never was that person that would just smoke around people that were non-smokers. Never. Never. And there's always, I see this all the time when I'm pushing my stroller, especially around Highland Park. And in fact, there was an instance months ago. They shoot a lot of stuff around here in Highland Park. Television episodes, films, all that good stuff. Most of Shameless is shot around here. This Is Us is shot around. It's funny. I watch these shows and I'm like, oh yeah, that's right down the street. And there's always filming notices everywhere. It's crazy. And there's an instance a few months ago where craft services took over part of the park, the playground where the kids play. And so all of the crew went over there to hit craft services, and they all went and they sat like on one side of the park. And this isn't a huge park, like they're sitting on another side of a football field. This is a small park. They're sitting there smoking cigarettes. The entire park smells like cigarettes. Again, I get it. You want to smoke. Why are you doing it in a park? And there's two that get me even worse than that. It's anytime you're walking by a bar, and it's one thing if it's like 10 o'clock at night. Well, it's like, okay, this is fine. But I'll walk by some bars here in Highland Park at like 2 o'clock. People are out there just smoking like crazy. And I'm walking through a cloud of smoke with my kid. I'm not going to a bar. Just walking by them because they're in my neighborhood. Smoke getting blown all over the place. But the one that gets me the most, and this is the one that just happened the other day, is people walking and smoking. Just walking along a busy street and smoking. First of all, just stop, go somewhere to the side where you're not blowing smoke at everybody. But then on top of that, you're leaving a trail of smoke behind you. And this wasn't the only instance, but the other day this really got me because I'm walking my kid in her stroller, my 2-year-old in the stroller, and I'm behind a guy, and I can see him like a half block away, and he's got a cigarette, and he's smoking, he's holding it down at his side. And I can smell it from a half block away. And I'm going, great, now I'm just in your backdraft of smoke here. This is fantastic. It was great for my 2-year-old. Secondhand smoke, all up in, I don't care that we're outside. I can smell it. You're blowing it back toward my 2-year-old from a half block away. So then, of course, what I do is I speed up. I'm like, all right, I'm going to get ahead of this guy, and then the smoke's not coming back in my direction as he's walking. And ridiculously enough, I get up and I get next to him, and I look down, and I just stared at his cigarette. And I'm walking fast. This was all happening in the course of 2 seconds. He looks at me, he's going, oh, sorry. I didn't have any patience for that. I was like, what are you sorry for? You knew you're walking down the street smoking a cigarette. You walked by a yoga right by a yoga studio, and then the post office. Like, it's not like you're walking by bars. It's not like you're a Burning Man where everybody smokes. No, so just stop it. If you're still out there and you're still smoking regular cigarettes, get away from people. For the love of God, get away from people. Have some respect for other people. You don't need to be blowing your smoke everywhere. It's fine. You want to smoke? That's fine. Keep the smoke to yourself. I don't care that we live in Los Angeles and there's smog everywhere. Keep it to yourself. We can do better. All of us can do better. And part of it is just raising awareness. Don't be stupid. You're going to be a smoker? You're going to walk around with something lit on fire? Be smart about it. Honestly. Be smart about it and respectful to others. That's the most important thing. We live in such a disrespectful society. And we got to do something to combat that. Because I'm sick of it. I'm sick of everyone disrespecting each other on a daily basis. And this is just one example of how that happens. So stop it, smokers. Stop now. Continue smoking. Don't blow it at everyone else.